Alright, we're going to do a quick video on how to route your MIDI drum kit. Specifically today, we're going to be using Perfect Drums Player, not Perfect Drums, Perfect Drums Player, with the free Restrains kit. Just load your sampler kit up. It's literally as easy as that. Should have everything. Everything's working. Cool. Now if you want to select these, right click to actually select them. Left clicking just shows you what they sound like, the hits. But if you actually want to select them, just a little tip, I didn't know that for the longest time. Now what you're going to want to do is route this out. So with this kit in particular, it doesn't have any rooms or overheads since they're just samples. So we don't have to worry about routing overheads and rooms, but we're going to route the kick, snare. The toms are going to be in one group. You can do them individually, but just for the sake of simplicity, we're just going to keep them together today in one track. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You need 10 tracks. So what you want to do is come up to this 232 out deal here. Now we established that we need 10 for every piece, but we're actually going to do 11 because instead of routing the kick on the stereo channel 1, 2, we're actually going to route that on 3, 4. And that's because every other sound, all sounds default to 1, 2, just for the sake of not having that, somehow mix into the other stuff. I haven't had any issues with this kit in particular, but I've had issues in the past before with like Get Good Drums and stuff like that, so it's just what I've defaulted to doing and I've never had an issue. So we need 11, which means stereo tracks need 22. The other, hit 22, bam. We need to keep this up so we can see what kit pieces we're going to need to create tracks for. So we can just go ahead and create 11. I'm using Control T to make a new track. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So what you're going to do now is you're going to label every track to each piece that you want it to be. So we're going to need kick, snare, and remember we group the toms together. So I have toms, hi-hat, ride, crash, crash 1. Crash 1 in this kit is left. This is the left crash. And then your crash 2 is your right crash. You get your splash, China, and bell. So now we have to come back into the Perfect Drums Player and route this guy out. So like I said, kick is not going to 1, 2. We're going to route that to 3, 4. And then we're going to work our way up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now don't get confused here. I've done this before. The toms are all going to the same place. So 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8. Your hi-hat, 9, 10. Ride, 11, 12, crash, 13, 14, crash 2, 15, 16, splash, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, so we have that routed out. Now like I said, we don't have to worry about the overheads and rooms. Now that we have those routed out within here, we can start routing out the actual plugin. I stopped the video quick to just do a little copy paste of a MIDI drum track here, just so you guys can have something to hear. Now right now you're not going to hear it. It shows that it's playing, but you're not going to hear it. That's because the Perfect Drums kit is routed out, but the actual track itself is not routed out. You have no sense. All it's doing is stereo left and right, and it's trying to take anything sent to stereo and send it out to this track. So what we have to do now is send them out. So to do that, we're going to go to add a new send, and now that you have these mapped out down here, you're going to go and send them to each one. We're going to start with kick, and then you'll see right down here it says 1, 2. Change that, 2, 3, 4. Now do it again, send it to snare. Again, it defaults to 1, 2. I'm going to go to 5, 6. Remember, this correlates with our drum track in here. So kick is 3, 4, snare is 5, 6, toms are 7, 8, and so on and so forth. So let's go back in here and finish that out. Toms 6, so toms are 7, 8. Hi-hat is 9, 10. Alright, so once you have these all routed out to the corresponding numbers within the plugin, you should start hearing drums now. Oh yeah, I forgot this song is actually like a lot faster than this BPM. Oh, we don't need to do that. Let's just change it down here. I think it's like, what, 200 or something? Yeah, there you go. But yeah, now you can see you got it all routed out. What I like to do, just for the heck of it, I like to make all my tracks red. Drum tracks are red. Why? No idea. Just the color I chose. I'll save this project in case anyone wants to use this and, you know, not have to route it out themselves. I'll put it on Google Drive, and if you want to download it, you can just have it as is. But yeah, from here, once it's routed out, you can start EQing everything to your taste. I mean, this kit already sounds pretty good on its own. But there may be some low end frequencies you don't like depending on your track or whatever, so that's why it's useful to know how to do these things. Alright, so I'm stupid and completely forgot about setting up a drum bus. I actually stopped filming and realized, oh wait, I didn't send this to a drum bus. So what you're gonna do, make another track, you can make it red. Like I said, colors don't matter, I just do this because it's out of habit. Label it drum bus. And what I like to do is take it down here. Now let's go back into here. So turn off the master send in here. I forgot to tell you about that because right now it's going to double the sound. Alright, so we got your drum bus created. Turn off the master track in here. Now this part's annoying. It's not that bad. But if you have a lot of tracks, it could be annoying. But it doesn't take that long. It's just tedious. So what you have to do now is go into here like we did earlier. Turn the master send off and add new send to drum bus. And then you're basically going to do that for every single one. Master send off, new send, drum bus. Now you can do it this way. You could also just drag this across just like that, and that's, I mean, it's simple, but you're still going to have to go in and turn off the master send for every single one. There may be a shortcut to like turn them all off. I haven't found it yet. I tried to highlight them all with shift and clicking down to highlight every single one and do this, and it did not do that. So far, this is the only way I know to do it. But like I said, I mean, that took like a whole, like what, 10, 12 seconds? It's not that bad. So let's hit play. So now everything's going to our drum bus, and you can do whatever effects on that chain that you wish. Now, we could take this a step further. I'm not going to get into the plugins we're going to use. I'll do that in a different video. But as far as parallel compression, and now with these types of kits, you probably don't have to. But sometimes I do, just to give it some extra oomph. So what you would do, at least what I do, I would route the kick, snare, and tom to a separate track and compress the living crap out of them and basically blend them in. I'll do that in a different video for a more in-depth tutorial, but I just wanted to get a basic one out, you know, to route out a kit and send it to a drum bus. And like I said, this kit is pretty processed as it is, so you really don't need to do a whole lot. Like when I EQ the kick and stuff, I don't do like huge boosts and huge cuts. Like I'll do like little cuts instead of even like a high pass. I'll just do like a low shelf. So I mean, like I said, with the process kits, you don't want to touch them too much, and I promise you, if you do, you're gonna make it sound weird, and that's been a problem of mine for the longest time. So when you go to mix these pre-processed kits, take into account that they are pre-processed and you're not treating them like a raw kit. So you don't have to do a lot. But I just wanted to show you because I know a lot of people like to customize stuff. You hear for certain frequencies, especially in the low end, and even some like cymbals and whatnot, you know, little stuff. If you want me to do video on other kits, I got Perfect Drums, Steven Slates, Get Good Drums libraries, have the Metal, the Invasion, one of the Matt Halpern ones, I can't remember. But yeah, I've been doing this for a little bit now, and I know this can be a huge pain in the ass when you don't know what to do. Like as simple as it is, it's a lot when you don't know. Trust me, I've been there and it sucks. So if you need any help, let me know in the comments, or otherwise message me. Whatever you got to do, I will help anyone out because I know what it's like starting out and it's no fun. I hope this helps you guys out, and I'll see you next time.